Oh, we have one other light out in the parking lot around the circle. It's got a dead short in it. I disconnected it, and I'm gonna have to get over there and get up. Probably it's the same type of system as the ones out here by the front of the town building. It has a ballast. If it's a mercury light, it's got a ballast capacitor and a starter. So I'm assuming that that's what's causing it to dead short in it. So I have to get up there and pull that out and repair that. Other than that,
it's good, you know. That's an Allen with his tool man.
Could you repeat that?
You wanted to know what was going on.
Thank you, sir. Wow, kind of stuck. Oh, highway, forgot to call Nick.
I saw him come in.
Oh,
I think he's here.
Nick Moore?
Yeah, I saw him drive in. Seen here? Yeah.
You called and told him he was away.
Oh.
Oh, I thought it.
All right. Water department, George again was unable to make tonight's meeting, so not too much. He's got the new radios in, reprogrammed for our narrow band and frequency as part of, I guess, this countywide reprogramming of all the radio frequencies. I actually didn't talk, I made a note here, but I didn't talk, and Dan's not here to understand what's going on with the Hayden property, so we'll have to follow up on that. Carol, I guess one other thing too, I wrote it here, but I didn't put it in here, is I talked to George, and he's okay, maybe again, we can just put it in there, but put a resolution to take the water restrictions off, voluntary water restrictions. So I don't know if we just make a scratch and put it in the back or whatever you think. I don't have the resolution number. So I think that's it for water. The corporal report. You actually sent out a couple emails this week on where is it, where is it, where is it. So they're in the final draft. Apparently, we've asked Corpro to now also, when they respond with the report, to put together a cost estimate to repair the findings of what's wrong with the main line there. So hopefully I'm sure it's not going to, I'm sure it'll be high if we're going to have to repair it. We'll go through another one. It should give us a baseline to, to estimate and plan for our budgets, what the cost will be over the next few years to repair the valves.
Mike, did we ever check what the specs were on this water system? If they actually used the proper fittings when the water system was put in?
I don't know the answer to that. I thought we were looking into it, but I don't remember it. But we should, because in our final analysis, we should try to understand, exactly.
Because if they didn't follow the specs, then maybe they should be held liable. I'm just saying this because if the specs weren't followed, and they put in an inferior
bulb,
McDonald Engineering was on site for the whole water structure, infrastructure, and some
That, in my recollection, was a topic that was explored with McDonald, and over the decade that the system, started experiencing issues with the bolts, and I think that, I don't know if it was the technology or a recognition that different materials should have, it was a better material to be used, but that only came after, experience of having the system in place. I don't think it was that they used the wrong bolt or didn't follow specs. From my recollection of what was communicated to us, throughout as that problem started to arise, it was just that it was determined that there could have been, as they were going bad, that they were replacing the different material bolts that would alleviate the problem that we were having. But I don't remember anybody, McDonald or anybody saying that it was, something faulty on the company.
on the installation.
On the installation. Or that they used substandard materials that weren't consistent with what was proposed to be put in there. But we can re-ask Stuart, they know he's been through that exhaustively, I think.
I'm sure, and I'm guessing, but I'm sure the specs are followed, but I think really the question would be, were the reg specs developed? Do they understand that those pipes are going to sit in the water? If they did their initial analysis during a dry season, then there was maybe a misanalysis, maybe didn't get their analysis correct. And obviously after a few years, now the pipe is sitting in the water and they're going to have rust. So I'm sure they followed the specs right, it's whether they wrote the specs right. It's kind of really, in my opinion, the question. But anyway, back to corporal report. We expect to hear it hopefully next week and get an estimate, and as soon as we do, obviously we'll publish it to the town and do some planning for next year on that analysis. So, code enforcement, Dan has had another engagement. I think he said his permits are 1 or 2 this month. He's about down 11 over the year. Probably not a huge difference. So we'll probably see maybe a quick upswing as we head into the final season here before the ground freezes. So we get all from Dan. Carla, our dog control.
I really have nothing to report. It's been very quiet.
All right. Town clerk.
I guess that's a question, Don.
Oh, that's fine.
Weren't you looking to do also perform some duties for, was it Waynesburg?
Waynesburg and the Village of Delanson. I was appointed last Thursday for Waynesburg and last night for Delanson.
Congratulations.
Yes.
Excellent. So you own like Western
The
Spain
western
County?
part of the county is owned.
Doing such a good job.
Oh, thanks.
You're gonna have to put that date out.
That allows me to have fun at night.
All right. Carol.
Well, what do you want me to report on? Some quick activities are a bit redundant, so let's see. Hunting licenses went on sale on Monday, in case anyone wants the hunting license. Bob Friedman, who is the Executive Director of Office and Open Government, came and talked to some of the town board and some other people. I think that was good, so that there's a better understanding of FOIL law and open government and why FOIL was initiated in that government should be open. So I think everybody probably got a better understanding of FOIL. That's all. Anything else?
Actually, speaking of foils, so I think we talked this afternoon, I think Mr. Ferrioli submitted like 19 foils. Foil requests, I guess, is the foil, or the term. Just as an estimate, how many hours would you estimate that you spent completing all of Mr. Ferrioli's foils, all 19, 20, 21, whatever it is?
Some foils can be done in a half hour and some take hours. I can't tell you how much time I spent on each one, but I did an average last year because there were a lot of foils that came in last year also. So I did an average and I came out between an hour and a half and 2 hours per foil request. I would say this year, if I did an average, it would be a little bit more. Again, some are very quick, and some are very long and tedious.
So, I mean, just speaking for myself, I mean, I know on my foils, I probably spent at least 80 hours. So it's a huge number, a huge budget number.
It is a huge
So I just want to understand, what the cost to the town was for using 19, 20, or 21 foils.
Well, the cost to the town is not more than what you pay the town clerk or the deputy in salary or hourly. I mean, you're not billed over and above that. Because of...
Anyway, different opinion, but...
oh, no, we'll explain yours then.
Well, things aren't getting done.
Yeah.
If you're working on that, I mean, you can't work on
That has to do with my work productivity, you're right.
That was the point.
So it's not a cost, it's that can't do it. But
So lost
foil is foil.
productivity is lost wages, lost money, lost effort.
But foil is law.
That's for everyone.
There's nothing you can do about it,
I don't understand.
because the public has the right to know what's going on.
I don't understand.
So, and I know you're upset over it,
I'm
though. You know,
upset.
I mean, I didn't want to read all those emails either. Streams.
Yeah. Bob, anything for,
Well, yes, I've got a big concern. I understand that somebody, we were emailed in regards to getting back to you as far as something with the vault this last
Yes,
week.
yes, yeah.
Can you explain what the scoop was?
I went
on
into
that?
the vault the other day, and one whole shelf, not on the town side. Actually, according to law, they should be separated. The judge, the justice part, and the rest of the town should be separated. Unfortunately, we don't have that. Our vault is just one big vault, so they are together. On one side, justice on the other side. I walked into the vault, and one whole shelf is emptied out on the justice side. And I said to the judge, "Are you cleaning out?" And she had absolutely no idea who had taken the boxes off the vault, or off the shelf. So I looked to see if there were pipes or something behind there that you had to work on or get at or something. There's nothing. There's nothing there. So I emailed everyone, and I said, something's going on in the vault. Does anyone know about it? And I request that you get back to me, which of course no one did. Oh, yeah, you did.
When did that actually take place?
I discovered it on Thursday.
Morning, evening?
Well, I don't work in the evening.
Okay,
During the
I
day
mean,
on Thursday.
It was
Yeah.
discovered Thursday
During the
morning.
day on Thursday, yeah.
Was the state police contacted for a break-in?
Absolutely not. Absolutely not. Why would I contact the state police?
Well, I would assume that if we had a break-in, it would be the
I
first
didn't
one
say there was a
to...
break-in. I didn't say anyone broke in. I just asked you, Joe, were you here and you saw someone in the vault? That was all.
Okay,
That's
so-
not what I put in my email. What I said was,
Okay, well, I
I request
misunderstood.
that the board let me know.
Okay,
Something's
didn't-
not right.
yeah, I was
I
at work,
mean, you could have
so
answered me, we could have talked about it, but.
No, I didn't know, I was at work, so I knew nothing about it till later on, so I couldn't get back to you. But all the contents were gone from that
No,
shelf?
no, they're neatly piled right on the floor.
They were on the floor.
Would you like to see afterwards? I can show it to you.
No, I just wanted to hear a little more detail of what happened.
As
that's
records
all.
management officer, if I saw that and I said, something's not right, and I didn't alert, I don't think that would have been right either.
Yeah.
Well, if you think that there's been, the vault's been compromised in any way, you should have immediately contacted the state police.
No, I
You should-
shouldn't have. You don't
Yes,
tell
you
me
should.
what I should do. I'm records management.
I guess
Lou,
I have a
don't tell me what I
question.
should do.
She sent out a simple question, hey, stuff's been moved around in the vault, was anybody in there, does anybody know anything? I guess I'm struggling with why you guys are asking her questions. You still have not answered her question, according to her, on whether you were in the vault or not,
who's
or
got combination to the vault?
or whether, it doesn't
No way of
matter.
getting
She asked
in
you
there,
a simple
no reason-
question.
No reason.
Is
to
it
do
that hard for you to just say, like I did, I just shot back a 4-word response. I wasn't at town hall or in the vault. Thanks, I think, was something to that effect. I guess I don't understand why it was that hard for you guys to just do the
I don't
same
have a
thing.
computer to do that, Todd.
You could have called her.
Okay, but I didn't know
What
about it.
date was that?
Um,
Oh, so you didn't get the emails?
No.
So you don't get any town emails?
No.
None
I
whatsoever?
can't get into my computer. So I.
So Todd, we're just trying to find out what happened. I mean, it was implied that,
Well, I
because
think
it
that
was
your,
implied
I
that
think your
town
posture,
council
there was, I read the
was
same
implied.
email that you
of
did.
course, the
I
assessor
didn't
wasn't put
feel
in
like
there,
I was being
or
accused
the
of
water
anything.
commissioner wasn't put on there, or the code enforcement person wasn't copied. It was the town board,
Right.
specifically the deputy.
Specifically.
So she was just asking
So
a
we
question.
asked the questions like, who's got keys to the closet?
Why didn't you answer the
Who's-
question first? She asked you a question, why didn't you answer her question?
But why
Who are
was
you to
it-
shoot back an email that I have right here?
I got it.
Who has keys to the closet? Who has the combination to the vault? How did they get inside? When did, she had just learned about it. She was trying to figure out probably some of those same things herself
Mhm.
and could have used your help. You're the one that always says if I can be of any help. When she asked you for your help, you shot back, and now I'm concerned, are you implying something, the town council person or deputy supervisor in the vault? What is exactly you're suggesting or implying?
As records management officer, I'm assuming you have an inventory of all records in the vault, so is anything missing? Do we keep cash in the vault? If so, how much? Which departments have cash in the vault? If you fear there was an actual break-in, then you need to contact the names of the police. I mean, it would have been so much easier when taking you probably a tenth of the time to say, wasn't me, I don't know anything about it.
And if
Can I
everybody
help?
did that, then where would we be?
Can I help?
And then
Where would we be if everybody did that? We have no
We would at least know,
That the town
That
council, the town council didn't break.
we can move on to the
Never
next.
said anyone broke, and you can't break it.
Nobody
It's
said,
nothing.
it was really simple
We just wanted
and
to.
really unnecessary and actually extremely rude, I think. You know, this lady has been working here at the town of Princetown for about 20 years. All right? I'm talking right now, all right?
Okay. The
Wow.
rest of us work too?
She's earned the right to be dealt with respect and courtesy, okay?
Very respectful.
And if you can't do that, maybe you should reconsider your commitment to this town, all right? She
That's called for it.
asked for a simple answer. There was no, I read the same thing. I didn't read any accusation. I didn't feel like she was accusing me of something. I just shot her a note back. I was in town hall, didn't go in the vault. It was that simple.
Yeah.
If you can't interact with the town clerk without being harassing and abusive, that's a problem.
But we were supposed to get back here by 4 o'clock. Well, why do we have to answer to the town?
You just
clerk
said it was
at 1?
important,
It
right?
is important.
Okay, so she was trying to deal with it in an
My
expeditious
first reaction would
way.
have been call the state police and have them come in and see who was in there messing
Come
around.
on, let's move on.
Let's move on. So just for the
Yeah,
record,
come
Todd,
on.
just for the record,
Ridiculous.
this is for the
I
record.
agree.
What is your,
You get tired of being
what is
blamed.
your relationship, what is your
Yeah, well,
relationship
shut-
with the town clerk?
My relationship with the town clerk?
Correct.
The town clerk is my mother-in-law, and my relationship is
There
a
you
very
go.
loving one. If anybody didn't know that, it was on my palm card that I have here that I ran for election with
All right.
3 years ago. If you need to know that. Our family is 6 generations deep here in the town of Princetown, and Miss McLean specifically has served the town for probably two decades, approximately.
3 years.
Yeah, 23 years.
Okay.
And probably helped more residents than all of us combined ever will.
Then
And she
let's
doesn't
go on
deserve
from
to
there.
be treated like this by you guys. And you're doing yourselves in this town a disservice. You could have just shot back, hey, was it me? If I can help, let me know. Please let me know how this turns out. That's it. That's how we should be dealing with each other. Not all these emails that are just very personal and we're supposed to be dealing with things that are professional.
Anyway, to begin with, Todd.
All right, let's move on.
Even here.
This is what happens when you don't conduct yourself in the right way.
All right, let's, Joe, you got anything?
Yeah, Carol, I was just going through the transfers, and I noticed that you're still buying cassettes for that machine.
I
But
am
I saw
indeed,
you put digital recorder up there.
Yeah.
How come you're using both?
because this one for me is easier to go back and forth when I have to pick up what people are saying.
It's easier than the digital one?
For me, for right now, yeah. Yes.
Because I mean,
I mean, that's certainly my choice, Joe, come on, really.
no, I
Whether I
mean,
use the machine or the
well,
digital.
the thing is, we got two. And I mean, yeah, it's nickel and dime.
Yeah, it is.
But it's like, the thing is, I'm saying cassette tapes. I mean,
Yeah,
that's
you
kinda
can't find
like-
them anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah?
So
I
I
can
mean,
get them from
why don't we
Amazon.
just, why don't we get rid of that thing and just
No,
learn how to
because
use this thing?
I'm learning how to do that, but I want this.
If you
So
need,
it's
if
my
you need some
job.
help, maybe we can get some help.
No, that's fine, I think I can do it. I need time.
Lou?
Anything for the town?
Yeah.
No, I said what I had to say.
I do have one more question, and it's just on, we did have a resolution earlier in the year about the minutes, but I do see that Ronnie's now doing the minutes. Is that accurate? But it seems to me,
No.
and again, just that, you know,
Where
we're down
did
to
you
2
see
people.
that Ronnie's doing it?
She's sent out, she's email,
They're signed by me now, they're with my name, right?
it's Ronnie's email.
But they're signed by me, is that correct?
I don't know if they're actually ever signed.
Well,
This is
my
the-
name is on there, they're mine, and Ronnie can send them to you, Ronnie can come from the email. You're getting them, which is what's important.
All right. Justice isn't here, so we'll skip that. Town council? Bob, anything?
I've already said my piece.
House Parkers Corners?
We did find out that that corner is county property, so that's in our favor.
So I think the next step would be to put together a letter. Did we ever, Mary Sue, did we ever get
I'm working on it.
Incident reports?
Oh, we don't have any.
None?
The state police had none, the county had none. And you have to remember, on Darrow Road, the speed limit is officially 55. So there's nothing.
All right.
There's nothing.
So I think the next step is, I think Angela, Santa Barbara, Joe Ryan are in support of, Parker's Corner. So I'll have to draft a letter, see if we can get it over to them in support, along with the, I guess, the other 4 county legislators, and see if we can get that on the budget for 2013. And I know you have the dog ordinance on for a public hearing here, so we'll touch base with that a little bit later.
That's correct, that's ready to go.
All right. Joe, anything from your side?
Yeah, I put together a summary of the quotes we got from, to have our fire alarm system call out.
Oh, good.
And